the rest of the wedding. And start with a toast. Please finish what's in your glass so the sympathy laughs aren't so difficult. There are a few faces around today that I don't recognise, but to those who don't know me, I'm Sean, Matt's younger brother. A few months ago I was chatting with Matt and he said, you know what, I don't really want you to speak at my wedding, but you're the only brother I have, so... When I found out Matt and Emma were getting married, I was both shocked and excited. They'd been together for almost 2 years, and I knew Emma probably couldn't wait for the next leap year, and couldn't trust Matt with the responsibility of a proposal. A 6-year boyfriend probably didn't fit her 10-year Excel spreadsheet. I began to dread being asked to be part of the wedding, as for the few weddings that I'd been to, I never really envied the bridal party or those having to do speeches. But the bastard tracked me down all the way to Japan, flew over to decide to throw me under the bus as the best man. So there were a few dark days where I was deliberating about the content of this speech. Was I going to rinse him with the many hilarious stories of our youth, or take the high road and speak only of the good things and the fond memories? So I decided that I would not tell you about the time that Matt shat in the bathtub when we were 10 years of age, considerately before I was about to get in it. His mother. And I definitely won't tell you about the time that he flushed his dirty jocks down the toilet and blocked the septic tank pipe and caused endless headaches with that. I won't even tell you about the time that he ran me over with Dad's old quad bike in the garden. Or the 2 cars he rode off before he was 21. Considering they just got a car, Emma, don't panic. But I will tell you a little bit about my relationship with Matt. We first met in the 90s. I came into the world already 6 inches taller than him. So we had a tense rivalry. He always took the top bunk, he always bet me to the front seat, and there was conveniently never enough controllers for me to play Nintendo 64 when friends were over. But he did have a special talent unique to some young boys growing up. He was lazy, he had incredible attitude problems, he didn't want to do anybody any favours, and his signature catchphrase to justify it all was, "So what, Mum? Care factor 0. Mum always loved that. So there was my role model brother. As I watched him live through his mistakes, I learnt what I could and couldn't get away with. And of course thought Mum and Dad were pretty clueless.
Whoops.
I was stoked when he started fulfilling the stereotype older brother duties, like buying me bottles of Smirnoff Red, and picking me up from school in his hectic VS Commodore. Things seemed to be going good for us, until he dropped a fresh slab of my beers out front of the press cellars before a 16th birthday and ended mine and Hayden's night pretty quickly. It took a lot to gain that trust back. We joined each other in high school, and he began to parade me around a little bit as his cuter, taller, and less hairy protege. And I was stuck with the name Mini Kaiser for at least a few years. It didn't take long before our friendship groups became closer and closer. It animates me today to see so many of my good friends around. So I may as well ask Fiona now to marry me to save you guys the trouble.
Is that official?
But we're here, of course, to celebrate the beautiful marriage of Matt and Emma. Actually, we're just here to see Emma take the Gindovic Jesus off the market. Of course, Matt's only half of this occasion. The first time I met Emma was at Matt's first official share house in Camberwell, also known as The Projects, which for some of you who don't know, was an absolute den. A prime example of two lads living in their natural habitat. Carly, I'm looking at you. And I'll happily not elaborate on it. But it didn't take long for Emma to straighten him out, and we knew pretty soon that if she could put up with Matt's flaws, and most importantly his friends, that she'd be around for a while. Emma charmed us instantly with her quick wit, passion for everything, and a beautiful character. She's never been afraid to challenge a Kaiser's stubbornness. I've lived with many different versions of Matt through my life, some ridiculous and some a little concerning. But the man that sits before us today is the most inspirational and refined version of my brother that I've ever known. His eyes are alight with a fierce passion for success, of course with Emma showing him how. Matt and Emma, I'm honoured to be a part of your grown-up teddy bear picnic. Emma, you look so beautiful today, and Matt, you didn't even shave. Who knew we could all look so good cross-legged on the grass trying not to spill chickpeas in our shoes? I guess we're lucky that the weather was kind to us today, as I'm still trying not to sweat out last night's alcohol. I need it to get through this speech. Now, let me say, Matt, how lucky you are to leave here today, having gained a beautiful wife that radiates beauty, has boundless compassion, and brings harmony and structure to your life. And Emma, how lucky you are to leave here today, having gained a gorgeous new dress and some snazzy family photos. But in all seriousness, I wish you both the best for your future together. I know you will create a fulfilling and exciting life no matter what you do. I love you both very much. Mum made me say that. So, everyone raise a glass to Matt and Emma.
To Matt and Emma.
Well done.